You can think about that in your own time.
The answer is yes.
No, yes.
Come in,
What boys, they're pitching.
I don't know what country we're in, but you're a nation.
Yeah.
and I am going to
So
cast.
usually fine and live with it.
Really appreciate that. Just the disbelief in that little giggle there. Really, really good for me.
I'm also going to cast Paranoia on the big man.
Oh, big
What's
man.
his name?
I don't know.
Big man.
Is he feeling
Whatever it is.
especially
Tell me to
treacherous?
say, yeah, roll damage.
Yes.
Make the duck every time.
4 points of psychic damage.
4 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
That's
You take that.
Fucking think about it.
Disadvantage on the fear that the can put on you.
right. Cool. Which brings us to two swords, angry guy. Target rich environment. Actually, the only real target for him is Marta. So he's going to go for you.
See, relative to.
He's going to recklessly attack as well. How many spell slots do you have?
He is
left
2
here?
chains angry.
So I have one more.
One more. No. Oh.
No, you don't.
Hey.
No, he said no, yeah. He decided. No,
I
it's
didn't-
not slot to you,
But
but
it,
that's alright.
it evens out, right? It evens out. I roll 3 fucking saves against this guy's acid shit. I roll a 1 and a 4 on this shit. It evens out. It evens out. Anyway, cool. That brings us to more shit. Marta, you're up.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
I'm gonna action ice knife, but first kind of float back here.
Yeah, because that doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Correct.
As you just like kind of like blast a bit of cold air back as you go and sling one out. Go ahead. Who's your primary?
Sling one out.
Primary is Magnus.
Remember, you get advantage on the other guy. He recklessly attacks you because this is a spell attack roll.
Oh, yeah,
Still-
you
still
should do
Magnus.
that.
Still
He's
Magnus.
got
Yeah,
my
fuck
hex.
that guy.
He's
Yeah,
got my
fuck-
hex blade. Curse on.
True.
Oh, you
true.
get more
Good
damage.
point, good point.
Ah, shit.
Your best hit, son.
Nah. So that is 12 to hit.
Unfortunately, not quite.
Regardless, they both make
Dex saves.
dex saving throws.
Yeah, cool. As it sort of like fires out, and by the time it gets there, the air, the kind of humidity is just shaking a bit off, and just bursts harmlessly against it. Dex save on the other hand. Roll damage.
For 7 damage.
7 damage.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
And that's my
Brilliant.
turn.
That is your turn. Brings us to, yeah, this guy's not in good shape, but he's going for you, Basal. So this is the guy you're like surrender now, and he sort of looks up at you, like, he looks back at you and he goes,
Run, bitch, run!
nice try, big lad. I don't think you're in any better shape than I am. Goes for a hit. He was right to you. That's a hit. Alright. Five.
I'm going to reduce that with Stone's endurance
Oh!
by 5.
Oh,
yes! It's like, he gets this proper, like, he doesn't even go for a proper hit. He just kind of goes for almost like a pommel strike, almost like a punch.
I just take it.
And you just feel it, just like, and like, he knows that this is a blow that would usually win summon, and it just like bounces off your enormous chest. And he sort of like, as his fist kind of like, he sort of looks up at you.
Go.
Alright.
Do I remember the guy's name that I let go?
Yes, but I don't.
Mother.
Can I say,
Trevor.
find so-and-so, he's
Yeah,
safe.
Trevor, sure.
Find Trevor, he's safe. And that's it. That's
Okay,
Okay,
that's going to bring us to crossbow. Contestant number 1. Crossbow number 1. Who's grey and next to the guy with
Rosberg.
2 status effects?
Rosberg.
Rosberg. He goes for Rosberg. Rosberg, who's barely been hit. You're fine. Rosberg, who's armor class of 19. That's a... As this thing just like tinks off your armor.
Nice.
and he's sparkling wings out.
Bad news is the guy who's next to you is going to recklessly attack you.
Can you recklessly attack on a non-melee?
Yeah.
The guy next to him.
Oh,
the guy next to him, not the guy next to Crossbow.
That'd be awesome, though.
Unfucking believable. Cool. Yeah. No. Not gonna happen. Goes this like with this great axe, and it just sort of like you feel the scrape of it. You're like, gonna have to buff that out,
Yeah.
but it doesn't get through. And then crossbow. No. Just like
wow.
as this just as you just stand there in the middle of it, just like tick, 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 tick.
I think he's immortal.
Horse shit.
Like pull out your polishing cloth as a reaction.
Yeah.
Man, I got a thumbprint there.
Takes a damn long time, you know. Which brings us to Magnus. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's definitely got
advantages to get.
Oh, he's going for Mata.
Okay.
Is he enraged? Even though I've like snapped him in the back.
He's going to put both of his attacks into you.
Does he move up?
Do you have any
Is
shields
he
left?
running away
Wait,
from
is he
me?
running away from Dorval?
Adam?
Is he moving up?
Attacking.
Because he's in front of me.
I'm 10 feet away.
Oh yeah, no, because you did the thing. No, he's only got
Yeah.
people beside him. No, never mind. In that case, he's going to split these attacks. I'm going to roll real quick to see which one goes into who.
Well,
Wait, he's the
Yeah,
only
but-
Dorgal's the only one.
Oh yeah, that's
He's got
pretty
an
good. So
ally
fuck it,
hand.
both are going to Torgal. My bad.
Nah,
And
give it to
out of
someone.
17, both of those are a hit. I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. You should be afraid. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
First one is for a whopping 7 slashing. Second one is 8 slashing. Which brings us to Jeremiah.
Cool. I would like to try and hide behind the Dice Baby sign.
Throwing
billboard.
billboards.
No, I would
And
like
you see parked in front of it are a large number of Morris miners at the
Yeah,
drive-in
yeah.
theatre.
Yeah, classic.
They're all watching World's
I've-
Fastest Indian.
I would like to point out, drive-ins are my favourite terrain. No, I'm just kidding. Could I have a? Could I get a? I'll get a firebolt on the big bad guy.
Big bad, big bad?
On the big,
Big
bad.
bad, 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 man?
Big
Come on.
Come on.
17.
That'll hit.
And that's a D10 of fire damage, the most resisted damage in the game for a 50 fire damage. Thank you very much. That's 50. Cantrip. Yeah, 5.
Oh, let me just get in touch with a fact checker on Twitter.
Yeah. Bullshit. Yeah.
5 fire damage. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And
alright.
I will continue to move as far as 25 feet will take me on the edge of the map.
Sure.
That's not me.
Not mine.
I can
You don't want
add
as well?
more to
I
that.
mean, I'll
map.
take the
No, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that'll do. Okay, which brings us to Rosberg, who just
After
Super
just
angry.
feeling
who
some
finally felt the use of 19 AC.
yeah, after feeling some small impacts on his armor,
You
he's gonna
swatted a fly that isn't
Yeah.
really there.
he's gonna float up and twist around and fire the lightning bolt at the man that recklessly attacked.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, is that a ranged attack? or
It is, but he recklessly, so I
Yeah,
just,
so if I
Oh,
know
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
just roll as normal, absolutely.
Excuse me.
Shoot him in the face.
Oh, motherfucker!
Knock dice.
motherfucker! Duck dice! You let me down. That's a 10 to hit.
Sorry. And you sort of you fire this down, and it just like between his legs, just like hits the ground and kind of like sizzles a little bit
Yeah,
away.
I'll be floating 5 feet in the
I
air.
kind of want these guys
How long does that last
background
for?
somehow.
Till he's talking
A
next time.
minute.
What are we doing?
A minute?
Yes.
This guy in my
I
hovercraft
think it's too blind.
is full of eels.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Torgal,
Sweet.
who's not dead.
I'm not dead. Fuck, I'm gonna have to use the burden of pain to restore some hit dice.
You can only target someone else with it.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, a creature you can see within 60 feet. You cannot target yourself.
How are you?
I got as many fingers on one hand as I do.
So do I.
One.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm hurt as
looking.
well.
I'm looking at you. Going,
I'm down 4.
Takes your action.
You're down
I think
No, I'm
it's
down 4.
What's your hit die?
Or,
D6.
I'm thinking about the action economy.
D6.
Sorry,
Action
D8.
economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the sorry, because they're one order below paladin just because otherwise it would be a bit too good. Anyway, and I believe it's just that plus level.
Yeah. Plus charisma.
Oh, plus charisma.
Yeah.
I should know. I fucking wrote this.
5 for you.
5.
Oh, nice.
Five.
Double the amount of hit point used previously.
Oh.
Cool. You do have all.
Had
Yeah. And I
10.
don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action.
Unfortunately not.
Yes, Yes, I can. I can. Oh, no, I can't. No.
Wasn't it? Is that a bonus? That was an action.
It's
Sorry.
an action.
Oh, it's a bonus to get back.
No, it's automatic.
No, that just automatically happens when you
Okay,
cast a
sure,
spell.
sure.
Yeah, that's the thing is, the Death Knight doesn't have a whole lot as a bonus action, because you've gone back to the whip. Some of the stances and maneuvers and things give you bonus action things, but yeah, at low levels often there's not a lot you can do with your bonus action. Outside of that, that brings us to holy shit, so many people not dead. This is the guy that's disarmed. He's just still kind of like peeking out, like, yeah, what's going on? Are we winning or losing? Nothing seems to have changed all that much. Asal, you're up. With you with double 2 points.
You guys okay? Alright, risk time. I'm gonna look at
He
this.
doesn't look like he's quitting.
Okay. Alright,
Like
no risk time.
the heal was recent enough that he's not changed. He's not reacted to that yet. So, if anything, since the attack kind of deflected off, you've seen him kind of like twist and just redouble his grip on his weapon.
Alright.
He's definitely tensing up for another attack.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna try and... Alright, I'm just gonna attack him again. Alright, that's 24 to hit.
Oh,
Nice.
there we go.
Hits, sir.
Nice.
I can reroll that, because great looking that's... I went from a 1 to an 8.
Oh, nice.
So that's good. So, wait, hang on. That's 18 points. Of
Cool.
damage.
He had 5 hit points.
Nice.
As like he goes to like readjust his grip, you feel the healing, the emboldenment, and you're like, this guy's outmatched now. As you go for this absolute motherfucker of a hit, he barely even sees it coming. Like, he still thinks he's got the upper hand here. He thinks you're on his last legs. He's like, yeah, I've won fights in worse positions, and you just slice him. Like, with the extra like frost damage, you probably I like to imagine that it's kind of like you sort of catch him on the shoulder and sort of freeze the bone just before your blade reaches across it, and you kind of break it on the way as the frost kind of brittleizes it and then cracks as you go, as you just like this cracking sound as you cleave clean through his rib cage. It freezes up his neck and across his face, and the last thing kind of on him is this sort of stunned expression, like he's still kind of ready for this attack. His body just kind of tears asunder.
Sick.
Cool.
I think it's the first
you
death
heal
this
HP.
fight.
That's what it is.
No, I don't. That's a roll, I think. And then I'm just going to.
Yeah, so go ahead and remove that motherfucker. He's
I'm not
dead
going
as
to.
can be. These motherfuckers don't have healing magic.
And I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna get between.
While you're sorting out that movement, Zoo, you're up.
I'm just gonna
Oh, nice, nice,
human
nice.
body shield.
I
Thank you.
think I'm just going to do more of the same.
More of the same.
Paranoia.
Paranoia.
Onto Magnus there.
Black Sabbath's Paranoid starts playing.
Yeah, that's what was going through his head.
You pull out your Guitar Hero controller. You
My
cue,
arcane focus, yeah.
cue it up on easy. It's it's no need to push ourselves.
So, it's
Oh, and who are we going for? Sorry,
Magnus.
Magnus himself.
Big man.
Okay, roll damage.
4 points of psychic
Oh,
damage.
very nice.
4 points of psychic damage.
Huge.
And disadvantage on being frightened.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be me.
Cool, which brings us to one angry guy.
One angry guy.
One angry guy. Bad news is that one angry guy is next to Torgal.
Is he gonna move it one?
Yeah, he's moving there and going for it.
Oh god, no!
Fuck! Torgal, who has an armor class of 17. Is a 16.
Oh!
Yes! Lucky man. As he goes to this with this sword, second attack. Is gonna hit. First one, and it sort of scrapes off your armor, and just as you're feeling that confidence of like, yeah, that's right, you feel something just like through a little slip in between your plates, just deep into you. Ooh. How many hit points you want? You may live. It's 4.
Oh, shit! What?
D6 2d6 plus 3. I rolled a 1.
Good thing I can't go
Your
under 1 for the moment.
odds.
When is your orcish?
Yeah, when's it
coming?
Yeah,
When he
long rest, so he doesn't have it right now.
Oh shit!
So
Just looks
as it's
like,
like, and you feel this like, as you kind of like you breathing deep into it, you sort of lean into the pain, and you feel you kind of slide out. Yeah, you know you've not got much left in you, but you've got enough. Certainly enough to withstand that. Which brings us to Mata.
I am going to, upon seeing that, immediately charge forward again and attack Magnus.
Ooh, with the booming.
Magnus.
This is a booming blade.
This is a booming blade, yes.
Indeed.
Okay,
Hey,
That'll do.
finally. So 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Awesome.
There's no additional damage at this level.
No. Actually, it is.
Booming Blade's
So,
additional move.
no, it's not, but I do 9 plus 5 plus 2 for first, so 16 damage.
16 damage. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, hell of a hit. It's certainly looking a damn sight worse after that.
Sweet.
Um,
And
the
then.
thing is, very few of his men have gone down.
Mhm.
They're feeling confident about this.
Yeah.
And, like, that is definitely in. It's evident. A couple of them haven't taken many hits at all. Like, they're in this, for sure. Which brings us to top of the round. 2 crossbows towards Rosberg. Actually, technically it's crossbow, rage guy crossbow. So I'll do crossbow first. That's a 20. Sorry. How many hit points do you want?
20.
Oh, you'll be fine.
25.
I came into this.
For a total of 16.
Ooh,
16 hit points?
1/6. 16. 16 piercing damage. Because it's a crit, so one of the dice gets maximized.
Oh,
Oh, it was an
crit.
extra.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said 20, yeah. 20, the good kind.
I was like, alright.
Reckless attack on you with advantage is dirty 20.
Is
Which
it
I have to
20?
specify. For a total of 7.
Still up.
And the other crossbow is a natural 1.
Oh.
It goes around. Which brings us to Magnus. Magnus is Magnusing. Magnus is going to disengage. He's going to run to the tent. He's going to interact. Go into the tent. Pulls out a potion.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Brings us to Jeremiah.
Is Magnus within 120 feet of me?
Yes.
And do I have a clear line of sight?
He's in a
Clear?
If you
No.
shift left 1.
I'll shift a bit just so I can get a
Or,
good
yeah.
shot on him.
If you shift
If
left,
you
you
shift
get a perfect.
Michael's left like 3 spaces.
Yeah.
You get a perfect line of sight to him.
Yeah, that looks pretty clear.
Does he?
Yeah, I can see it right here.
Well,
I can
Oh,
shift
yeah.
a bit
You could
more.
probably do one more to
Um,
make it
He
sure.
should,
I'm
if he goes the other way, I think he's got a clearer line.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You would.
No, he.
Because right now, in all fairness, I've got a weird perspective, but it looks
there's like a
he's-
tree here.
Yeah,
but
he's
there's
kind
a
of
tree
just-
and Torgal here, so he could go over
So he could
here.
go over there.
but
Keep
that
in,
puts
keep
him
in mind,
closer to
lines
these
aren't
guys.
lines, lines are
Yeah.
squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a line off squares. So if he moves the other way, he can definitely get a clear line off squares to him.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to move him towards me, because if you're looking for a clear
Do you
line,
want to
it's
move
the easiest way
towards
to
the
do it.
danger or away from the danger?
I'll move until I have a good shot of him.
So just move him like right to the. So
Actually,
if you,
Where are you?
like come
where was
directly
he?
towards me.
This one.
That looks like a clear line to me.
I am the man who
That's pretty
knocks.
clear, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe go one more.
5, 10, 15, 20,
I know the
25.
Go one more diagonally towards me. Put him like on the edge. Yeah, that
25.
looks about right from where I am. If he's
That's
trying to get towards
25.
Magnus. And watch the spell.
Firebolt.
But with extra damage.
Would I be able to target the potion in his hand, or is that far too?
That would be too specific.
Okay, yeah. I'll just target
Because
him.
I think it even specifies target creature.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 16 plus a lot of stuff. So
Wait, on your turn,
25.
does that thingy suck him in?
Oh shit! It does.
It does!
Oh,
Yes!
It does.
Hanging
Yeah.
boy?
So yeah, he's not, like that was behind him the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, he grabs the potion. He's like about to go for it,
Pull back
and then
through the tent.
The axe gets yanked out. He's going to
Okay.
let the axe go.
Fair.
Um,
Yeah.
So he is currently entirely unarmed, though. He
Yeah.
only has the potion.
Okay.
He is near to his crossbow, but his
Yeah.
axe gets yanked in towards the center.
Okay, so it's 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And, yeah, most issues. No resistance makes more sense. Okay. 2 fire damage.
2 fire damage.
A whole 2.
Relaxing.
And if I have any more movement, I'll move back just a scooch. Or was that all my movement?
You got like 5 feet.
I will move back just
Just one square, basically.
I will just get. I'll just go
yeah.
fork myself over here.
Remember that every second diagonal is 10 feet, so
Yeah.
if you, so 2 diagonals is 15. Which brings us to Osberg. The Berg over Oz.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so good.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
The guy next to him recklessly attacked, right?
Mhm.
How is recklessly attacker looking? If you had to
Is he
quantify
covered
it.
in blood?
If you had to give a number.
Or is he untouched? Fine.
He's looking okay, not great, but he's not taken a hit in a wee while.
Cool.
He is hexed and baned though.
Yeah, well, we'll take the chance.
It's not helping things.
Yeah, I'll once again try and zap him then, I guess.
Yeah, zippity zap.
I'm once again asking you to get zapped.
If you let me down, you're going in the trash. You let me down.
We trash
Again,
your dice,
it is-
boys.
13.
That hits.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
fuck.
Duck dice.
Okay,
You,
duck
They don't
dice.
have a lot of
Out the
armor here.
trash.
Oh, well, you piece of trash.
Oh.
Okay, so that's
Yes.
11 damage.
11, okay.
3 of which is radiant if he's vulnerable.
3 which is radiant. Good to know, good to know. He's a demon!
He's a zombie. He immediately explodes.
Cool, okay. Which brings us to Torgal, who is not dead.
Not quite.
There is one guy in front of you.
Let's
He
fucking
recklessly
rock Torgal.
attacked you. He looks like
Run,
he's
Torgal.
taken 2 damage.
Right.
This entire fight.
That's,
Jesus.
that's the look of a guy that's taking 2
You guys are all like,
damage.
I'm hitting
Let's fuck
Magnus.
him up.
That guy recklessly attacked. I have advantage. I'm hitting Magnus.
I'm hitting that guy.
Hit that guy with advantage.
With advantage.
And 12 again.
Someone roll a fucking 20. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
We're
That's
trying.
Huh?
Nat 20s.
Your total
with
is
a
like-
5 to 17.
Yeah, it's
Yep, sweet.
damage. Great sword. It's great. You can reroll the 1. You can't keep.
can't
No, you
do
can't
that.
keep
Wow.
You only get the first
You
reroll.
only get
unfortunately,
one.
so
Damn
it's
it.
6 plus.
6 plus 3.
6 plus 3, huh? Okay.
Yeah, 9 damage.
9. Go. Which brings us to
13 would be way better.
guy with no weapons. He sees
Well,
the he sees the boss's axe. He's going to run towards the center. He's going to pick up the axe.
5, 10, 15.
Yep. He's going to pick up the axe. He's going to run towards Magnus
Ah.
20, 25, 30.
and hand him the axe.
Fair.
This is going to consume both of their reactions to hand the axe from one to the other.
Kill.
Which is going to bring us to... That's all.
Alright. Yeah, help him. 5, 10, 15. And
Type as an advantage.
roll for bonk. I can't give it.
Roll for bonk.
Oh no, wait.
He's recklessly
he's
attacked.
Yeah, he recklessly attacked last, so you have
He
advantage.
attacked very recklessly, yes.
I rolled a 2 and a 1 plus
Oh
8
my
plus
God.
11.
Again.
I'll help
Again
you,
with the
Togo.
ones and twos.
Again, you
You
can
can re-roll that with great weapon fighting, right?
That's just
Suck it, sake.
Can that do it?
Nope, no,
So we
that's
roll
not how
it
that
and
shit
then
works. Zoo,
restore
you're
full
up.
health?
Never mind.
Cold beans.
I'll just say, hey, Togo.
Happy to do.
You run up completely busy, like, hey, bud.
So, bro. So, up to...
Also, that'll probably mean that
Jesus.
that guy will think that you're easier to hit than me.
The logic is astounding.
I'm
Zoo, you're up.
covered in blood.
Wait, who's after me? 2 swords. Is that the guy next to Roz?
No, it's the guy
No,
next to me.
2 swords is the guy next to those 2. 2 edgy motherfuckers.
Fuck, I'm gonna go for 2 swords. Go for the
swords.
best with paranoia again.
Cool. Keep in mind, he doesn't have disadvantage on saves. It's just not a save.
He doesn't. But Alright, yeah, actually, I'm going to switch it to Roz as well.
Sure. Roll damage. Actually, don't. Fuck off. I passed the save. I'm tired of keeping up these pretenses.
It's all lies.
Bane and stuff.
Is that with Bane?
He can't fail it even with Bane.
Ah, right.
Yeah, but the lowest he could go down to here is a 15.
Oh, fuck. That's it. That's literally mine.
Alright, guys.
Good.
That rolling is awesome tonight.
That
It's
brings
top
us
notch
to
rolling. How to
that brings us
D&D.
to 2 swords. Two swords. Who gets 2 attacks? He's going recklessly. He's splitting them. One on you. One on you.
Yeah.
Torgal first.
Bye bye.
This is my new adventure party. I'm just going to
16.
join these guys.
Oh!
It can't knock down you.
Good down.
Bazal.
I'm down.
I'm easy to hit.
That's a 13. Oh!
I live.
He doesn't care. He goes, gets one down, just slashes through you, goes for a kind of backhand swipe on you, not really paying all that much attention to you, just going for this wild strike, as it sort of like, it just kind of like, kind of barely glances off your armor. As this one does drop. But that brings us to Mata.
Someone want to put me down?
Okay.
Your concentration is down now.
Get the gun.
Okay, so which
Yeah,
concentration are
Here.
Yeah,
Ah,
okay,
he
so
hasn't
my
been
hex
making
on
concentration saves on his hex, by the way, but at any rate, it does drop now.
Yeah, which
Oh,
one was
yeah.
hexed from you?
the hex.
This
This one
was-
was
yeah.
by me.
Flank.
Bang, thank you for that.
That's the
What
noise it
was
makes.
oh no, the grey one. You don't have that one.
Okay, booming blade onto
With advantage.
swords guy. Yeah.
Okay,
They had to be 60 placed right now.
Cool. So
Can one of you guys
20
roll a
to
crit or
hit.
something exciting, please?
We
14
don't.
hits.
23.
Oh, 20, yeah, no, shitloads. That, yeah, it's
Loads.
boom him, son.
Bitch. For 6 damage.
6 damage.
Oh wait,
Six
and then
damage.
when he moved, he took D8
He
damage.
would have taken D8 damage, you're quite right. Resolve that now.
Fucking 1.
That was it. That's all he needed.
Oh, it was roll
and he's
six.
down.
It was 4 damage on the guy you just hit now, yeah?
That was 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, cool.
This was one of my favourite one-shots. Just wanted to put that out
Yeah,
there.
which brings us to, top of the round, crossbows be firing. Or crossbows be firing, rather. Sorry, hold on, give me a second. Good, go, down.
Good. Oh dear.
Okay. Guess who they're shooting at? They're shooting at Rosberg. They know that there's 3 of them, there's 1 of you. It's taking them a few shots per, but they're getting there. First one is, nope, reckless attack. No. And how many hit points are you on, by the way?
2.
And the crossbows are 13.
Oh, the
That was, all up, that was a 9, a 17, and a 13. So, yeah, you're feeling it now,
I'm
Mr.
totally
Krabs.
distracted
It's
by
just like,
those wings.
It's just armor and internal bleeding. That's it. Like, that's literally it.
And
Inside
also,
the
yes,
armor,
in the
it's
blood.
bleeding.
that brings us to Magnus.
Outwards, totally good.
Magnus is going to use his action to drink the potion
Of
in
course
his
he
hand.
is.
He's going to be, he be gaining hit points.
When do they get
Cheeky fuck.
On my turn.
Okay.
I don't like the way you said that.
Tough. Which brings us to Jeremiah.
Do I have a line of sight on 2 swords?
Oh, sorry, hold on. He's moving as well. He's not going to let his thing get pulled away again. He's going to move. He is going to go up next to Marta, and he's going to ready himself for a parry.
Okay.
So he's got his blade in position to parry any kind of attack you throw at him.
Double clear shot
So
of
from
2
that
swords.
top of your turn, the circle goes off again. Just this pulse. The guy there has
It
no
doesn't have
wound on
anything
him.
on him. No.
Like the last crossbow bolt in his quiver, just like clangs against the cluster of metal objects in the center of that now. What's your action?
Do I have a clear shot of 2 swords?
2 swords? No. Yeah. I mean, he is unconscious in your way, but in terms of just like a spell that targets a creature, yeah, you got a clear shot.
Cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a lined spell.
With advantage, right?
Yes, because he recklessly that.
Yeah, how many crossbow bolts does this guy have?
They've got quite a few. They've got like 20 per quiver.
How many came out in the middle thing?
Only a couple. Because they chose to move with.
25.
So that definitely hits.
Okay.
How you doing, Butter? How are you
2
looking?
fire damage.
I got
Yeah.
9 and 16.
And I will
That's great.
move back.
Compared to the
10
rest of
feet.
you, I'm cool.
10 feet, sure. Which brings us to Osberg.
Just
keep forking up.
Just gonna trust in the armor class.
Trust in the
Because-
AC-19.
New religion.
It's starting
right
to
there.
work for you, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, last week it was a waste of time. So,
I mean, it's because you took a lot of attacks that had advantage
Oh,
in the
yeah.
first turn.
yeah. I mean, it also just I was trying to be a tank then. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
Gonna once again.
What are you trying to be now?
A shitter,
dead.
apparently.
I survived.
Gonna zap the guy next to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
That advantage.
Nah, because I'm making
Yeah.
a
No, he
range
reckless.
attack.
It's reckless
He
attack.
recklessly,
attack.
but I'm making a range
Oh, that's
attack.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case,
Um,
you shouldn't have had advantage. But anyway.
12.
No.
Sorry, not 12. 22.
Yes!
22.
Two very
No, wait,
different
100.
numbers there.
Yeah.
Don't explain that for me, God!
Well, what about
22
100?
hit.
13 damage.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Taking him down.
Cool. Yeah, he's looking bad, Todd.
Once again, 3 of which is
Three
radiant.
of which is radiant.
Just-
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, not
But
official.
that vulnerability that he is.
Try cast 10
Yeah,
on D&D and see if it happens.
I will.
In no way, shape, or form does he have vulnerability to radiant damage, but thank you.
Who's on the healing gem?
Thank you for getting that for me. Torgal, death save.
Nice.
Woo! That's 2 successes.
Yeah.
Find me a fucking 20! So yeah, we're rolling that's 2 successes.
That's what you needed, man.
Okay,
So you're 2 from being stabilized. You're 1 from being stabilized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
two
yeah,
saves.
it counts as 2 successful saving throws. Hot dog! Which brings us to Adam Guy. He's finally come to his senses. He is going to also move into the tent, pull out another bottle. That is going to take like the majority of his turn. He has to rummage around in there for a bit. It's a little bit more than just like a quick interact. So he's going to go in, find it, and then he's going to use his action to dash next to Magnus, just behind him.
Okay.
Which is going to bring us to Azal.
This time,
Oh,
I'm going to chop 2 swords.
there it is.
Get off my
20.
toggle!
Net 20.
Oh my god. Shocking, but it's 16 to hit.
Hello.
Nice, that'll do it. Just get the job done.
That's pretty good. 17 points of damage.
17. Land. Whack.
Boom.
And that's all I
Get wrecked.
Sorry, Torgal. Can't help you at the moment. Don't have anything for
Yeah, absolute fucking hit that is. Which brings us to Zoo.
Right. There's nothing I can really do for talk away if I haven't got any spell-based approach.
You can always go next to him and make a medicine check as your action. On a success, he gets a successful death save. So you could stabilize him, and if you fail, he doesn't take a failure. So there's no risk. There's potential reward
Fuck it. I'm
if
going
you're
to move up
considering that.
and I'm going to try medicine check.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Sure.
15.
13.
Yeah, that's a success.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, you're stable on 0 and unconscious. Roll a d4. You are unconscious for 3 hours. Which brings us to, if he receives any magical healing, he'll immediately become conscious, but until then he is stable and unconscious for 3 hours.
I'd probably shift back as well, by the way. If that
You
wasn't
use
on my-
15 foot of movement, so you can.
Yeah, you
Another
can
15
definitely back up. Which brings us to 2 swords.
2 swords.
Sorry. Yes, 2 swords. Yes. 2 swords. Who has 2 targets? As far as he's concerned, you are down. He's too mad to do anything about it. So he's going to split his attacks again. One on you, one on you. Marto. That's a natural 19. He's going to hit. for a total of 5.
Okay.
You've still got a bit from false life that you picked up earlier, so I think.
Yeah, so I'm down
And
to one
that's all.
Are you still in temp?
I used to
One of those is a 10.
Oh,
One of those I
okay.
can't see. It's a natural 14, so it's gonna hit.
out of the situation.
How many points on?
I don't know, 10.
10?
10.
Okay, no, this can't down you,
Okay, that's it.
but it is 6 damage.
Oh.
Which brings us to Asha.
Okay.
Get in there,
I'm
son.
going to, I guess, turn to Magnus and attack him.
How does Two Swords look at the moment?
Not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
A
unless you
lot
can get,
worse than he did a
unless
round
you
ago.
can get Torgal up.
I have no healing.
Okay.
She's got the 2 swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
That
swords.
extra economy.
Two swords.
Okay. So 2 swords at advantage. Cool. Booming blade.
Yeah, boom him.
Okay, so 18, 25 to hit.
Heads, yeah.
Nice.
And not too bad. 12 damage.
12 damage,
Oh,
nice.
That's very good.
Brilliant. So yeah, just this proper kind of head, this kind of this crackle around him, kind of lingers in the air.
Sweet.
Which is going to bring us to top of the round. Some crossbows be firing.
Believe in the leave.
One more round. You know what?
I believe.
You know what?
I believe in
Open.
Rosebud.
First crossbow. That misses.
Thank God.
Reckless attack with advantage. Sorry.
Oh my god.
It's possible for you.
I'm really sorry, dude. That's 25.
Wait,
Is that down
what's
to-
your max hit points?
26.
Okay,
Oh,
so it
okay,
doesn't
it
insta
doesn't.
kill you because it has
He
to
was
go.
on 2.
It was on, so it was
Yeah,
25
so it
damage.
wouldn't have done
It would have to put him on 0, and then once he's on 0, it has to deal at least his maximum hit points to be a.
Oh, that was half.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one does not get advantage because it's still at range, but if it hits, it crits.
If he's prone, is it
Yeah, he's-
disadvantage?
That's a
Yeah.
disadvantage, isn't it?
Technically, yes.
Ooh, that
looks
bad.
Oh.
As he is lined up to get you squarely in the chest as you go down to this other guy's head. As he just like gets this massive crash across you with this enormous axe and just over your like soon to be corpse. Let's give ourselves some moments. Yeah. Yeah. Which brings us to Magnus is going to interact, grab the potion off the other guy. Action, drink it.
Oh, cheeky.
Okay, that was more reasonable. Cool. Which brings us to Jeremiah.
Okay. Well, let's get back into range and then another fire bolts at 2 swords.
Yeah, okay.
Normal, no advantage.
Bolt.
Made it sound like some healer.
For what it's worth, the guy that down Rosberg isn't looking particularly great. Like, this is looking like a to-the-wire battle. Like, they've committed in it to the same extent as you guys.
If
They
you
are,
go for
like,
other guy,
none of them look in good shape.
if you go for the other guy, he won't be able to finish with his spell.
Yeah,
That's
actually, and
very-
he's closer. He's
Sure,
closer to me
okay.
as well.
So 5 on hammer. Go ahead.
And what's his not list on it?
He's got
It's curse.
That's
Bane.
Bane.
Felt comfortable with that going because
I have to check this.
Which
I think it's
unfortunately
14.
wouldn't have done anything to the
14.
previous rolls. That hits.
Cool.
Come on, man. I want you to know he's on
Damage
2
this
hit
time.
points.
It's not possible for you to not kill.
9.
9.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because it
You
doesn't have
just
a
roll
modifier. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Thank God.
Headshot.
As he just like, and then this royal flame behind him washes over. He kind of turns into this mangled scream as his body slumps down beside Rosberg, this kind of charred out husk.
They're just going to hear, put your weapons down now, won't be able to anything to you.
It's like when you record your own voice and you listen to it back, you're like, oh, fucking come on. Which brings us to Rosberg. Death save, please.
Dice.
Duck Dice fails me yet again.
Stop
Oh.
it. Duck dice!
One failure.
Damn it.
It's one failed death save, which brings us to Torgal, who is unconscious.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
Which
You go in
brings
there.
us to that guy.
Unarmed guy.
Unarmed guy is going to run over towards his comrade that is just downed, and is going to confirm that he's dead and not accomplish anything else on his turn.
Okay.
Which brings us to Basil.
Oh, Basil. Come on, Basil.
Come on,
Basil.
buddy,
Come
Chaz
on,
Brush.
There it is.
He rigorously attacked, didn't he?
Yes, so you have reckless attack on him, or you have advantage on him, rather.
Alright, 19 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Come on!
Let's take care of business. Oh, that's good damage.
17 points of damage.
Okay, that downs him.
Oh!
Flonk!
As it, yeah,
For Torgal!
as again there, like
He's not
finally,
taking
Again
like,
with the action
I'm avenging
economy.
you, but you're not dead.
I'm just snoring in your feet. You're too tall, you can't quite hear the snores.
Everyone's
sound,
dead from
sound
here.
doesn't carry. Anything else in your turn?
to back up
Okay, Zoo, you're up.
4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna drop my sword and equip my crossbow.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah, go ahead. Which doesn't have the benefit of your.
Correct.
Yeah.
It winks out now.
You're up.
Fuck.
Indeed.
Stinks.
Many sticks of fuck.
Fuck Sticks, the new
Bundles.
product brought to you by the makers of Can.
Take out the big guy, the crossbow,
I think he's my biggest threat anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Magnus
Okay.
with Paranoia again.
Any metal gets.
Sure. Roll damage.
Labs work.
6 points of psychic
Six.
damage.
Take
6
that.
big bad
Fucking
points of psychic
die.
damage. Cool. Marta.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn and make an attack.
Yeah, boom it up.
Actually, no. Actually, no.
Pacifism.
I'm going to
Surrender.
false life, but first to float back this way.
Oh, nice.
Pop a false life on yourself.
I see what you did there. That was very well done.
And then
He's like a young Marlon Brando. He's so handsome.
This could be on niche commentary for the entire campaign. I love it.
oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna make him chase me.
Okay.
Chase me, bitch.
Chase me, bitch. And then that's my turn.
Okay.
Chased.
Which is going to bring us to time to run some crossbows.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to fire at Marta.
Yeah.
Marta, who's number class of 15. That's a nope. 2 threes. Fuck me.
Nice.
No, and also then no.
2 3s to listen on cousin
Which
of
brings
2
us
swords.
to Magnus. Magnus who is absolutely going to chase you. He fucking bears down on you as he's running towards you. He sort of spits out a bit of blood and sort of comes up to you. As he's coming close, he goes to swing his sword and he goes, "Personally, that's brother, for fucking shame to you." It's probably louder than what I just said. Cool. What? 2 attacks.
Say it again! Do you
It's
still
a
look
straight-
like his brother?
Yeah, it's 2 hits. You don't have any more uses of shield, right? Nope. No, that's going to be 2 hits, sorry. The first one for a 4 damage.
Okay.
Second one for a there we go. 12 damage.
Okay, I'm down.
Oh,
You have
How
safe in the
much
brink.
did you go down by?
You have safe in the brink.
oh yes!
Oh, that's right.
This reduces the damage by what was it?
6.
6.
6.
So
Does that keep
take
you above
6.
0?
So no, that I'm still up. So,
So in that case, as your reaction, you can move your movement.
yeah.
Oh!
Ow!
Oh my god.
Run to the
where am I?
crossbows.
Okay.
Can you make
1,
as much
2,
as you want?
3, 4, 5. All the way to the crossbows?
Just run
Can you
straight
get
to
in
the
before
crossbow.
Yeah,
Right,
you
yeah.
don't take opportunity attacks here.
Straight to the crossbow.
4, 5. Yeah, I'll just go there.
Cool,
Yes, son.
Nice. Which brings us to Jeremiah. As this guy is now like very near you and kind of bearing down, and Hexton Bane.
So I'm at 6 hit points.
Yeah, if 12 was enough to exactly. So you took 12 and you reduce it by 6, which means you took 6 instead.
Took 6 instead, so I'm down to 3.
3, yeah, cool. Yeah, basically, if the reduction of the damage that would down you doesn't, like, therefore means you don't get downed, then.
Sweet.
Oh! Fuck yeah. Jeremiah.
I'm going to. Technically speaking, I would attack the crossbow guys. So I will do that. I will attack the closest crossbow to me.
John Crossbowman.
Okay.
Crossbow.
With just another 5
Another firebolts, regular ass fire.
Smoke storm.
Yeah, we got
No.
we've got a dry ass machine off screen.
No.
No, a dry ass
Okay,
machine.
dry
And I will move back 25
Rosberg.
No one likes a
I need you to make a
rough,
say.
rough.
Fuck me. If Rosberg fucking dies here.
Don't you dare.
Oh no!
You've only
Fail
just-
number. Stop rolling the duck dice!
You should. Burn it.
I mean,
You
I
dumb
can,
shit!
I can
Now that
re-roll
you
it
actually
with Wild
remember
Dice
it.
if you want. You know.
Torgal's asleep. Fuck me. That's all.
Come on, Basil.
I'm so far away from you, I can't even. Ugh! And I've just, like, sword down and crossbow out. Does that dispels my, one
Yeah,
on my
you
sword?
as soon as you lose the grip on the sword, you lose the. Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna start hitting this way.
You do still have hex though. The hex persists. No, that's not your hex.
That's not
Shut
mine.
up.
No, I'm just gonna stay there next to my sword just in case I need it, and I'm just gonna shoot Bossman. Bossman.
There's a boss man.
Bossman. Ooh, that's not good.
Hugo Bossman.
That's like 12. No, 8.
No.
Funk. I hate this thing!
Oh god!
No pressure, Zoom.
I just drop that and pick my sword back up.
You're like, ah, fuck this shit.
I hate this.
Oh god. So much better doing range attack when he's not like right in front of me. I'm fucked. I'm just gonna have to do paranoia again on him.
Okay.
I've got fuck all in my bag.
DC 14.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
Kills him outright.
It's pass, I'm afraid.
Bitch! Son of a bitch indeed.
Okay, I am going to leg it.
If we need to extend the map, then
Just
Yeah,
off
we could
screen.
just move
everyone.
town still.
Yeah.
No, just move them off screen. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you want to move off screen that way?
give me a second.
No, I was just trying to think if I could get
Move to
in.
battle mat as needed.
Well, we could move everyone on the back, because we're all on the edge. We could just
Yeah.
move everyone that way.
Add some of
Just
these.
do the same.
Just move the camp.
Yeah.
Should we just
yeah,
move
yeah.
everyone at everyone to
Oh,
6
these
as
will-
well? We can
Yeah.
Alright,
Further.
do that. Put these down.
Yeah, make a fortress.
Meanwhile, Marta, you're up.
I would have moved
Yeah.
towards Sal, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I am going to
This way?
Yeah, just as far as I can.
fire.
For what it's worth, like,
bolts
of the two of them,
magnets.
one of them is looking very unsteady on his feet, and has for a long time.
One of the two of them?
The guy
Which
who's
one?
not banged.
This one?
The guy
this
who's not
Get
banged.
Rosberg, he's gonna die.
Yeah, I will.
Stabilize Rosberg.
Because
But then I die.
yeah.
If they
That's
hit
not-
everyone.
it's just good. You
If you guys want to take a moment to think about
Let's go
this,
for
I'm
them.
absolutely fucking dying for a piss.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
this
yeah,
one's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
more
Oh,
yeah,
should we take a break?
Should we take a break?
Yeah.
Oh, in the middle of a combat?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
This is a pivotal moment.
It's
Yeah,
a
fine.
spicy
Yeah.
break.
And
All right, let's
back
crack
real
back
quick.
into it, Michael. What's your go?
Yeah.
Go for gold.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Go,
turn
son.
and
This
try
is
and
why I
take
was
this one there.
seriously considering
Convince them to run because I was like,
Now
This
it's
is the only who can actually fucking
heal me.
It's the off healing son.
they're going to be at disadvantage now unless they pull out.
yeah, exactly. And then I get opportunity attack.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
shit,
attack that one that's close.
Okay.
Booming blade. That is a 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice.
For 12 damage.
There was just the non-banged one, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. As you just sort of finally come up towards him, just as this crackle down the blade just kind of chars his body as your sword scrapes across him. He's done for.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well and truly.
Oh my god.
Which brings us to
No,
the other one, who is going to haphazardly drop his crossbow, pull out just a shitty-looking dagger, and go for a quick, just kind of dirt stab while he thinks you're maybe distracted. No. Sweet. Yes! Certainly not with those kinds of rolls. Which means the next person up is Magnus.
Over here, Magnus.
Tiger-rich environment. You know what? I'm going to see where he goes. I'm going to let you know now. One of the potential options here is he goes to Rosberg to try and finish him off.
That's
okay. That's all. It's going up to you.
Well, I don't have to worry about my next tactical decision.
Yeah, the first one's a hit. How many hit points are you on?
4, doesn't matter.
Yeah, minimum is 4. Which means the second attack, with advantage if it hits, it's a crit. Yes, it's a 15 it hits. So that's 2 failed death saves. Fuck! Making me regret that wheel, brother.
Yeah, I was
Which
like, what the
does
fuck
bring
is
us-
my power telling me?
To Jeremiah.
Okay.
Any spell slots of any description.
That'd be great then, because if you've got any around, that'd be,
If they're going.
that'd be handy.
I use Arcane Recovery on a free action.
Tell you what, he can get on his knees and fucking pray.
I will huck a firebolt at the cross.
So
No,
there's
no.
only 2 of them left up. There's Magnus and Crossbow.
Yeah. No, I will target Magnus.
Yeah, go for it. We fireball him.
Come on.
That was a shot.
Now would be the time for an actual time. That would be really great. That's a 5. So it's
Should've said
12.
anything.
It's 12.
Don't let me hear you.
Damn it. And I will take no shame in
Run,
taking
boy.
my piss pants stuff.
Tell us to
Yeah,
run,
yeah.
Start a new
Oh
life.
yeah.
But I haven't finished my PhD.
He's still within range. Like so.
Yeah. It's technically not ran away from the combat yet.
I feel like this isn't the first party that this has happened to with you in as well.
That's
No.
why.
Like, he's got like 7
If you
parties.
guys fucking TPK on the
Yeah.
second fucking session.
It's their words against mine. Yeah.
That's why
They're all
Rosberg-
dead. This is why I hate fighting.
Rosberg, I need you to make a death saving.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
Come on,
It's
you
so
got this.
not.
Please
Because
don't be
you
like
weren't
this.
even going to be
Don't
here
use
this
the
week.
dark dice.
Can I roll on the camera?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
do not
yes,
use the
yes.
dark dice.
Holy shit, I'm so tense.
Alrighty.
Oh,
let's go.
oh, he's in for another
Ow!
round.
Ow!
Torgal be napping. That's my job. I need a 10 save.
Last death save. I'm 2
Oh.
deaths.
Oh.
It's oh my. Fuck me. Go on. That's a pass. It's a 14. Isn't that?
It's a 9.
Oh, no way. Hold on.
That's a 9.
Hard dice.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Shit.
And with that,
Zeus turn.
I want you to know that I painted that mini.
So his
Three
twin
painted.
brother, his twin
Yeah,
brother
salad.
Kazel will.
No, I'm playing method. I die in the game, I die in real life.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Ritual suicide after this.
Zoo, you're up.
Fuck.
Fuck indeed.
Bleak. It's bleak.
It's bleak, but they're not looking good either.
I'm doing a shot at him again because I've got fuck all with paranoia.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Y'all are all fully out of spells and everything, are we? Well then, let's do it.
Save and throw with him.
All damage.
5 points of psychic damage
At
and an aneurysm.
Magnus.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna roll a D100. Roll money as an aneurysm. Oh, you shit.
Yeah.
It could have worked.
I'm just gonna fucking leg it as well. I got no choice. Yeah. I'm
Y'all
just
split.
gone.
Marta.
30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh.
And then I fall off the face of the earth.
Marta, you're up. He's not looking good.
No, I'm out of here.
Hit
You
him,
will
hit
get
him,
attack
hit him,
opportunity.
hit him.
Huh?
Are you disengaging as an action?
No, I'm false lifing.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
making-
nice.
1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Which brings us to Magnus. He looks around at all of this, and I mean, a lot of his men are dead, but a couple of you aren't exactly doing great. And he just like cries out of the forest as you all start running away. He yells out, "Impersonate my brother! You shit of a man! Kill him in cold blood and you tried to come for me too! Well, look what your hand is worth!" As he gestures to the man in front of him that's just gone down. And
I ain't
those
done with you yet.
of your compatriots that
Come and
are
get me.
unconscious. He goes, "Oh, I'll come and get you. Believe you me, I'll come and get you." Jeremiah.
Can I firebolt the crossbowman, please?
Yes.
No doubt he's within range because he's on the same plane
Yeah.
of existence. So.
Firebolt really do be like that.
15.
That hits.
And where's me? There it is. 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage, okay. Sort of roars across him. Are you backing away?
I will tie Hor for now. I will
Okay.
stay where I am.
Rosberg.
This is the non-duck dice.
Not duck dice.
How deadly is this going to be?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Good.
Sorg, I'll be sleeping.
Two
Saz, I'll be dead. Zoo, you're up.
Paranoia.
That's
all I've got.
Friend computer.
Alright, roll damage.
3 points of psychic
3
damage.
points of psychic damage.
I'm just going to try and slowly drive you mad.
And he has no idea where it's coming from. Just this little niggle in the back of his head.
I don't know if you can see me.
Marta.
Firebolt on Magnus.
Okay.
You're just getting the paranoia firebolt.
The old combo.
3-way. They all 1 2.
25 to hit
Yeah, that hit. Funnily enough.
for 5 damage.
5 damage.
And I'm going to move 30 feet back.
Okay.
We're going to kite him, aren't we?
Yep.
Crossbow. With disadvantage on you because you went for him. And yeah, disadvantage because you're far enough away. That's a 2, so no.
No.
As this thing just sails into a tree well before it gets anywhere near you. Magnus. As you like sling a few at him on the way out, Magnus cries out, he goes, "Either fight or not!" As he is backing towards the camp. Moving 15 feet towards the camp.
Also, the camp is here.
Which brings us to Jeremiah. It's the hard decision, isn't it?
There is no preparation.
I'm gonna, as it says, either fight or not, and back to Okay, and just like arc a fireball.
Sure.
And just lob it in.
Oh.
Oh.
You just remembered something that would
That's 18.
That is, yeah.
That's what damn it is.
No, damn it.
Oh no, I didn't see that. That's 2.
Damn it.
Josh, you look like you're going to cry.
2 fire damage.
I'm
Two fire
quietly dead.
He's just playing the part of dead person.
No,
I
I'm
can't-
so sorry.
I can't interject any jokes because I'm dead.
The RP on this guy, let me tell you. Holy
Basal's corpse. Basal's corpse.
Speaking of corpses,
Fletcher.
I've sorted myself in death.
speaking of corpses, Rosberg.
Hey!
Come
See,
on.
the question
Back
is,
online.
do we allow
I
the duck
feel-
guys to redeem it?
No.
I feel sick. I feel absolutely
You got 2
sick.
successes on this fucking thing!
Yeah, so we'll go for the
2 failures, 2 successes!
I'm so stressed.
That thing would've killed you!
You rolled it.
Roll
Sorry,
a
I have
D4.
to run because it's or I have to yell because it's important.
Everyone is currently planning like medieval level shit to do to this dice. Like,
Roll a D4 for how many hours you are unconscious.
Alright.
that's a
That-
D8.
D4.
I know, but it's 3
You have
hours.
it, yeah.
Oh no, it's 4 hours. 4 hours.
You roll a D8.
I don't have a D4,
So I give him a fucking D4 then.
it's easier this way.
No, it's.
I guess it's 2, 4,
Support.
6, 8, right?
It's 4. No,
Look, the
it's
math is the same, but God, you're a psychopath.
I rolled the hundreds for everything.
The other guy is going to start backing up with his boss, Zoo.
What? I'm his boss? Oh.
Yeah.
Plot twist, though.
He just rolling dice. He just wants to see what
Something
happens.
might happen.
Oh wait, I don't think I'm in range for paranoia, and I don't know if I want to actually try.
It's like, what,
do you have any other
60, right?
Yeah, 60.
Yeah, I've got guidance. Mage.
55, 60. I think you're just
I think
at
he's
right.
just right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh, is it
What
60?
the fuck? I can count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50. Yeah, you are in range.
Yeah.
Do I feel like this is actually doing much to him?
Do it. Do it.
It's definitely damaging him.
Well, I knew that.
It's just doing 2 damage a turn.
Just like this slight
it's
winch into
tapping
the
away.
way.
It's tapping away.
Fuck it, do it again. Yep.
He's starting to like glitch a little bit.
Saving for
Yep. More damage.
4 points of psychic
Yes!
damage.
Take that
And I'm going to start trying to wrap around.
to the others.
Yeah.
The old reach
Safety and
And you start wrapping.
the old reach around.
Are you gonna try keeping him in range while you do it?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
As
Martha,
best I can, yeah.
I look over to you and I just say, guerrilla warfare. And I fire a firebolt at this tent.
Oh,
Set it on
nice.
fire.
yeah, so. Yeah. I'm just going to say, like, yeah, you sort of. Make an Arcana check on this.
Okay.
Because you're essentially slightly altering the ideal usage of the spell.
No, it says anything. If an object is not being worn or carried, it can be lit and ignited on fire. It's part of the spell description.
And you can target that stuff?
Making a ranged spell attack against a target. On a hit, the target takes 1 fire. A
Yeah,
flammable
you
object
hold-
hit by the spell ignites if it
Yeah.
isn't being worn or carried.
So
Creature or object.
the. Give me the page. Because there is. This is a really weird distinction. There is technically a difference between. Because some spells specify that you can
Yeah, it
target
says
an object.
or object.
Any creature and object, yeah. So yes, you can in that case, yeah, absolutely. So make a spell attack then. Cool.
10.
It's a 10. Yeah, that hits.
Cool. Awesome.
That's a 10. It
I'm
has an
gonna
AC of
dodge.
10 that just hits. Yeah.
Cool. So,
I don't know.
yeah, it's lit on fire, and if there's...
This tent is lit, fam.
It's lit,
Yeah.
man. And if there's damage, it takes 6.
Which brings us to him. As this confluent motion picks up behind him, and he looks back out at you.
Come and get me.
He is going to. He starts running towards you. He's going to use his movement.
Oh, at the end of my turn, I'm definitely gonna move. 30
Yeah, for
feet
sure.
that way.
Y'all are going to need to lay out some map tiles because
You don't need a big
Yeah.
carriage.
he's
So
going
he's-
to
So he's moving.
Yeah. he's going to move, dash, and then action surge to dash.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, here's some more space.
Oh,
Yeah.
12.
There's more there.
Okay. 12. So then diagonally. So that's
5,
15.
15. Yeah. Okay. As he starts barreling towards you, Jeremiah,
Yo, we're gonna stick with
on the way past.
tried and true. Just the classic. It's the greatest hits.
Greatest.
Classic.
You got one.
That only counts if you actually hit.
Does a 13 hit? Damn it!
As you run first, your fireball goes by.
Rosberg's alive,
Just the
Torgal's alive,
misses.
Basil's dead. Zoo.
Whoa! Yeah.
That comes around awfully fast now.
That's what happens when most of everyone's dead. Remember how long this combat took in the first round? By the way, I'm pretty sure Circle of Attraction's done now. It's definitely been enough rounds. As all the metal just like drops to the ground.
Like, you need like a little patch of fire effects to put on the team.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
We have
Um,
those.
I'm gonna move up to keep him in range and do paranoia. I'm gonna.
Paranoia.
So I'm
Someone
assuming
can
I've
just
seen
move
where
to the
he's
east within 16. More damage. Damn, these guys ain't smart.
2 points of psychic damage.
Oh, fuck yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? Jesus.
Down
Okay.
to triple
Classic.
Arthur.
I'm going to disguise self as the dead thief that they haven't seen me enact yet. And then, so I'm going to float as a bonus action and then move my movement, so 40 feet in total with the bonus action and the just continuing that way. Or, yeah, just continuing this way. Over here.
Okay. Which brings us to. Yeah, fuck it. The other two of the camp are just going to go back to the pile of weapons that have now been relinquished from your spell and start like getting back through it. As far as they're concerned, you're on the retreat. Captain's going to do what Captain does. Which brings us to the Captain himself. He's going to move.
Didn't he already dash before me? After me? So you go before me.
He goes before you.
Yeah,
Just remember last time you.
sure.
He's still going towards you. He's going to move dash towards you. He can only move dash here though. Which, if you've moved 40 feet, he should be 10 feet away from you because there was a 30-foot gap previously. We sort of have to half theory mind that now because we're way off the fucking map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clear this stuff off.
Woo
and
boy,
bring
shit went bad. Jeremiah, you're up.
Okay.
So he's, I'm going to start coming down this way anyway. So.
Yeah.
He moved.
We off the webcam now, boys.
Oh.
Did he see
20
you?
miles.
He would have seen you change.
So he was. Hold on.
Unclear.
No.
20
I'm
hit.
just
That
trying
hits.
something.
Come on.
Come
This is
on.
10. Come on. It's 4 or 5 damage.
Okay.
That is a whole
So I was 40
and I
feet away
was
from
25 feet close.
These always going to be.
Okay.
Get the weights on you.
And then
Zoo, you're next.
DM, just doing the math. I was 40 feet away, and then I moved 40 feet, and then he moved 60. So
And
it's
then do
20
so 20
feet.
feet. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Zoo, you're up.
You're out of range now. Aren't you? Can you
Yeah,
move within range?
I watch him run.
You
Just
can move. You like 60-foot range, so 30 foot does get you closer if you're running him down.
I mean, he's chasing your party member. Actually, the guy you turned up with,
Yeah.
he's chasing him.
Who's a fucking idiot right now? No, my guy's not. He's not gonna chase anymore. He can't. He'd actually probably turn to him, go now, and just start moving away.
Okay. Arthur.
My turn.
For what it's worth, he doesn't look like he's doing particularly well either. Like, he's taken a lot of little hits over the last couple of turns. Like, he is sustained purely by his own anger at this point. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to He's 20 feet from me. I'm gonna move 20 or 30 feet back and shoot a firebolt.
Roll hit.
Okay, so dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
4 damage.
It's down.
Oh!
As one final, you sort of kite your way back and just roils through the forest and towards him. He looks for a moment like he's even going to press through it still, but he just coughs up this huge hawk of blood, and you hear this loud wheeze as the flame dissipates and kind of comes into nothing, and
As he lays there dying,
this ragged breathing for a couple of seconds, then just kind of slumps down properly.
if possible, I'm gonna stand in front of him, and before he dies, I'm gonna let him watch me disguise self as him. Before he dies.
He just kind of looks up at you. And then the light just goes.
And I start walking back.
So you're trying to... Where's back? Where are we?
That was just thematic. That's all my movement and my attack. So I am currently...
We'll drop us out of initiative because as far as the other two are aware, you have all completely left. You're gone.
But I'm going to move my way back as quick as possible.
Yeah, sure, yeah. So we'll kind of suspend initiative a bit here. So yeah, you guys... So you've been told to run. You hear...
I am immediately on my... I'm going to be pinging him as much as I can. Come back.
Yeah.
Magnus is
With,
down. Come
yeah,
back.
what's
Magnus
the
is
range
down.
on message?
120 feet. So as I'm moving my way back...
You can sort of get back within that reasonably quickly.
Yeah.
As it kind of gets to like the two of you, there's sort of like that hovering second, and then you get that in your mind that Magnus is down. What's happening?
And then if I hear your response, I'm going to immediately
Do you
message him as
respond?
well.
Okay. Yeah.
You hear the same thing.
Good.
Magnus is
Good.
down. Come back. Come back now.
Let's get the others out.
We've got to get the others out now.
I
Just
start
regrouping.
immediately trying to head towards the soul as stealthily as possible. And see
Yeah, okay.
what-
Do you want to
what's
just
going on
overlay
with it.
like the trees tile there? Because like technically there's trees all around this whole
Yeah, I
thing. So
assume there was.
yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check. Like they're not looking like they're paying particular attention outwardly right now.
How many actions do I get as I...
We're sort of out of initiative here. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just trying to get my temporary HP maxed.
Yeah, so you're just like
Just constantly, just building up, yeah.
Wait, how many?
Oh, nice.
How often can you false life? Hold on.
At will.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Temporary HP doesn't stack.
I know, I'm just trying to get the max. My 8.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Like yeah, after over a few seconds you'll be able to like fish for an exit.
Yeah,
30-20 for the stealth check.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
17
As you should come up towards him. Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check with advantage. This guy dead.
16.
Pretty cut and dry. He's done.
I just kind of like collapse next to him a little bit.
Okay. Do I meet up with them yet?
Yeah, you're all sort of in the area. Cool. Like you come over to him just as you see him kind of like slump down. Like
Oh, and he died, so I get 7 HP back.
Nice.
okay. When you say he died, I genuinely thought you meant Basal. I'm like, wow, that's
No.
bloody cool.
Yeah,
he
I-
died.
I-
Yeah,
I-
exactly.
I
I
deliciously
get
drank
7
up
HP.
his essence.
Technically, as a bonus
As
action,
I-
you could have swapped your hands
Before
as
he even
well,
hits the floor.
if you wanted to.
Huh?
Oh, no, 6-based curse. Yeah, you.
I don't get that till later levels. It's once it's gone, it's
I
gone.
get
Yeah,
that
it's
that
everything
hex
you
mixed up. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Later on, if I go deep warlock, then I.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
You guys see me kind of as Magnus. Alright, I'll let it down real quick. Coming back up. I start making my way back towards the camp, and I'll just say, you know what to do. And I just start walking back towards the camp.
Okay. As you sort of come out towards it, the two of them are just like rifling through the equipment. One of them looks back up at you and he goes, God, Spotty, we almost didn't make it through that one.
Well, if you follow me, you'll make it through anything. Where are the others?
The other one sort of goes, we haven't checked, boss.
Let's check them, see if they're worth saving. So, Yeah. I'm gonna watch them carefully.
Yeah.
As soon as they separate,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to one and take my time.
One of them heads out towards. So the other one with the crossbow heads towards the guy that was next to him.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
And this guy heads over.
He's gonna head up towards like the gap between the two tents where the initial guy went down.
over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna attack this one here.
I'm gonna firebolt him as well.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, as soon as he turns
Yeah.
his
So
back.
we'll,
I'm gonna
So
make
you've
an
sort of like you've laid out the thing. Yeah. So with advantage on both of you because this is
Nice.
sort of
You go first. I'm genetics.
from surprise essentially. And if we down him, then we don't need to worry about initiative.
Okay. That's 21 to hit.
Yeah, hits and.
10 damage.
It's 15. It's 14 to hit.
Hits
Go.
and
Where's me? There it is.
Oh, sorry.
Five damage.
Sorry, this is not booming blade.
yes,
Not booming blade.
fireball, right? Or
No, this is just an attack.
Just a regular
just a melee
weapon,
weapon.
okay.
Five fire damage.
5. Yeah. So as you sort of like you kind of come over towards him, as soon as he's got his back turned, you just go for this quick slight. He cries out, and this royal of flame washes out across him. The cry still just rings out for a brief second, but he is absolutely done for. You hear the other guy kind of calls out from the Ben.
They're back! They're attacking! Out that way! And I point away from where the fireball came.
Okay, he can't see you, but he does
Okay.
hear you. He goes, and just fires off a haphazard shot. This is just in a random direction with disadvantage. He's very unlikely to hit anything. No, this just kind of whistles off into nowhere. You hear it kind of sling close-ish to you. Technically, we're still kind of out of initiative. We'll basically say that like the three of you get to act before he gets to act again. What are we up to?
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Same.
Because like in this situation,
Where
you're
are
fully
you,
over the
where are you guys on?
I'm over by the cell.
Are you just?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move
I don't know
up
where you are.
non-aggressively, kind of staring off where he fired his shot.
Yep.
To my max range, and I'm just gonna wait until I can get with him.
I'm gonna fire a shot.
Where are they coming from? As I approach.
I don't know.
18 plus stuff.
Yeah, it's
4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. And are you doing anything with this?
I'm actually just walking. I've stood back up and started walking to the other two who are down. I'm not even paying attention to
Yeah,
the
sure,
fight
yeah.
that's going on.
Okay, he's sort of gonna, like, as this rolls out towards him, as he sort of looks at you and he goes, goes and he's gonna fire his crossbow at you. His crossbow, rather. Do you have mage armor on?
Yes.
Then that's a miss.
Yes.
Because as this thing's sort of off you, and both of you get to act again.
Okay. Yeah, I move forward, and do I get? If I move behind him, do I get a an advantage on
No,
my
there's
attack?
no flanking on
Cool.
this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just mean because he's not expecting the attack.
Yeah, you count. You sort of count as hidden, so yeah,
Cool. Awesome.
with advantage.
21 to hit.
So you definitely hit, and yours with advantage.
Yeah, that's 23 to hit.
Yeah, so both of you hit, sure.
9 fire damage.
9, and
This is going to be 13 slashing damage, and this is booming bladed.
yeah, as between the two of you, you just kind of crackle of energy across your blade as this another royal of fire between the same 1-2 as before. This guy just gets charred out from the inside as all of this everything rakes across him. He doesn't even really get to cry out as he just kind of drops down. You, meanwhile, like, Torgal's breathing, Rosberg is breathing. You've confirmed that much for sure.
I'm,
As the last guy kind of goes down and you look up at the two of them, he's sort of over this body, just kind of just barely back into his own form. You're still sort of off to the side. As two of them are breathing, Basil's fully down.
Zoo will be like kind of just sat again. Once he sees him go down, just drop again and just go into kind of like a food state, just lost.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What are you guys up to?
I am going to move these two into the bedrolls and start piling the bodies.
The enemies?
I'm going to pile the bodies, and I'm going to set our allies into these bedrolls.
Yeah, sure.
Until so that he can start making medicine checks on their not on
Yeah,
the
I mean
ground.
they're definitely stable.
I'm
They're just
gonna
not
bring
conscious.
assault over as well.
Yeah, sure, yeah. As you
Or
remember.
assault. And
Do we want to take a bit of an actual break here?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
so ready for a break.
Alright, we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. When we come back, Josh may have rolled up his new character.
Fucking-
Still in the moment.
I'm dead.
He's gone.
I'm role playing as Dick.
Back to Dice, baby, where today we are in mourning for the good Basil. Shouldn't have laughed at the end of that sentence. Poor fall on my part.
Good morning.
Yeah. But yeah, as the dust has kind of all settled from that, first of all, while we're still in a sense of immediacy, what are those of you who are conscious doing right now? You've accounted for everyone.
We have tended to the wounded.
Yeah, there is still, so in the camp there's the one tent that's still kind of like, it's on fire, not in like a big roiling kind of way, like it's treated canvas, so it's like kind of getting there, like it'll burn over time, sure.
I pull up a crate, so there's the 2 bedrolls, the saw laying on the ground, and
Yep.
I pull up a crate and I sit on it, and I get out my pipe, and fill it with some of my best tobacco. And I just enjoy the smoke. I just stare at the saw.
I will probably go into the other tent to search for stuff and try and make my hands stop shaking.
Make an investigation check.
Uh, 9.
Okay. You just sort of rifle through possessions. There's a pack there. Aside from that, it's just like there's a bedroll laid out, and a spare thing of clothes, and a pack that like seems to have some things in it, not lots, but like, you can definitely take a look at the pack. But other side, like there's not a lot of personal possessions here.
No. One of the things I'll be looking for is any healing around anything.
Go ahead and make another investigation check. This would be like
Are you
specifically
proficient?
checking through the pack.
Are you
to get
proficient?
much detail.
just curious.
No investigation.
Can I make an investigation check after sitting there smoking for a while? I'll also help him start like going through the camp and like rummaging through
We'll
stuff.
have this resolved simultaneously, so you do your investigation check first.
9 again.
And again, as you should like kind of just like rifle through.
All over the place.
There's there's a couple of like loose pieces of paper in there as well. As you sort of pull a couple of them out, it looks just like the guy was maybe teaching himself to write. It's pretty like basic scrawling. You pull up like one, you're like, pull up another one, and there's still a few more pieces of paper. You just sort of like pull them out as you're kind of like going into the bottom of this. Like any kind of other potions or anything doesn't seem like they had any on them. Yeah. If the potions you did see get procured, both got procured from the other tent that's still kind of burning.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I'd like to put out the fire on the
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Are you doing like a?
like just smothering. I'll just like try and find some dirt or something like that. To
Do you have mold earth as a cantrip here or no?
I don't know.
Okay, no. So you're just gonna like try. I mean, because it's treated canvas, it's not too hard. Just like get a bedroll
Yeah.
and just kind of like pat it out. Yeah, sure. Yeah, like you'd be able to like extinguish it, or at the very least get to the point where like it's maybe just gonna like smolder away a few edges and not like take the whole thing out.
Yeah. And after that, can I check inside that?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Come on. 6 plus 5 plus 2 is 7. 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, you sort of rifle through it looking for any other potions. Nothing. Looks like it was just the 2. This does look like Magnus's tent. There is there's a letter in there, and again, like there's a pack and there's a letter that he has there.
Okay. I'll hand the letter over to the other 2 while I rifle through the pack.
Sure, make an investigation check in the pack.
What's that? Oh, that was a 19. But, so 19 plus 7 is 26.
Damn.
Jesus.
find a scroll with far more ornate scrawlings. Make an Arcana check.
That's a 9.
A 9?
It's a 9.
Nothing you
Not sure.
recognize.
Okay. I'll pocket it anyway. I'll put it in my backpack.
That's going to be kind of thing.
I just run it.
So what did we investigate?
Come back to the
I
light.
handed you guys a letter that Magnus
Really
had
handing
written,
that
and I went rifling through his backpack.
Okay.
I found a scroll, but I don't know
What else have we investigated? You?
Of the
So far.
of the 2 tents that were still up, you've given them a pretty thorough search. Everything else just appears to be bedrolls out in the sky. Didn't look like they had a lot of possessions between them. Probably why they mostly went for food in the first few raids. And we're only just looking at other kinds of wealth. In the packs between the 2 of them, you'd find like a 15 gold-ish amount of wealth that they'd just loose coinage and things that they're probably taken from the townsfolk.
Glides up nicely now.
Yeah, 5 each. That's great.
Okay.
Too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
And then,
I was always going to die in a ditch.
that's true. That's true.
The gypsy woman was right.
What's the letter? What's the paper?
As you read it, it appears to be a will. It's not super clear. It looks like it's definitely not written by a lawyer. It looks like it's just written by some kind of wandering scribe or something. It mentions Magnus and Galen by name, and it mentions leaving some kind of farmhouse to them, and that's it.
Do we recognize like where? Is it mentioned where the?
It doesn't mention a village, no. Yeah, like
No township. Or
you can assume that like Galen and Magnus would know what it meant, but like this is someone they knew personally, possibly a family member who's I leave you with a farmhouse. They know what that means. You guys have no idea really.
And who's it from?
It's the last will and testament of Raiden Wiltshire.
Okay. And I don't recognize that name or anything.
Doesn't mean anything to you.
And it just leaves a farmhouse. Just a generic farmhouse to him.
Yes.
Farmhouse. What's their last name? Magnus and Galen.
We don't know.
Assuming it's the same as the person who this will
It doesn't
belongs to.
mention their names in any detail. It just says.
No,
Magnus
just
and
says
Galen.
it says to my nephews Magnus and Galen.
My nephew's Magnus.
So that's the only relation you get. So if they have the same surname, it would be Wiltshire.
If not, then
If
at least
not,
a
who
relation to them. Okay.
Look the place.
And then I'm gonna investigate the bodies. All of them.
Very little on them. They were ready for a fight. They weren't carrying any other personal possessions. Any personal possessions they had seems to have been stashed in the tents, and really that's to the tune of bedrolls, a little bit of rations. A lot of the rations were just piled up in the middle of the camp anyway. That's the stuff they'd mostly taken from the town, and then what little gold they'd split between them all.
Is there anything else I can roll for? I haven't rolled yet.
At this point, no, not really. Everything's been pretty thoroughly looked through and ransacked here already. So just whoever has the scroll, just note down that you've got a spell scroll of some kind.
I shall.
As far as all of you can tell, it's not a spell any of you guys recognize in any capacity.
Okay. How long has it taken them to do the search?
I'm assuming you guys are going to hang out for long enough for these guys to start coming too.
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
hours.
I'd be sat between.
Yeah. As
So
it finally
short
kind of
rest.
sort of comes in towards the early evening. The sun isn't too low in the sky. It's still, it's still summer. But finally, lying on the bedroll, Torgal starts to stir a bit. Those of you who want to do a short rest now, you're more than welcome to. But Torgal starts to stir. It seems like he's kind of coming to.
And I kind of,
Torgal.
as I come to him, I say,
You
oh, yeah. Like it doesn't seem to faze me. The fact that I'm just pretty much died.
How's it going?
You don't feel
That's
great.
fine.
You don't feel good, but you're used to it. It's like when
Yeah.
you're used to waking up hungover.
Yeah.
You know when you're at that point in your life where like 3 out of 7 you wake up hungover and you're like, whatever. Like, this sucks ass, but I'm used to it. Yeah, it's like that.
Yep.
Just kind of like everything's a bit achy, but you're like,
I want some water.
Pass him down. Water skin.
probably
Drink
his
hot, mate.
water skin.
Yeah, his own.
You've like had it at the side of him.
So, how do we do? I assume we killed them since we're in the camp.
We lost the song.
Was it the gnome?
No,
Was
it
it
was,
And I imagine at that point you're like, right here, thanks. Dive into your
Still alive, thank you.
Oh, that's what you look like at the same level.
Do you remember that?
And you're like lead like propped up a little bit.
no, it was badass lane over there.
Oh. I looked up to them.
I liked them.
At the back of your mind, it would occur to you, like, what if that is going to be sent up to the guilds when you can? Probably just send a letter to let them know.
I was waiting for someone who was, well built to come up so we can actually give him proper burial.
Told you. He deserves a grave. He really
He does.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll
I
ask
know
you
you get
what's...
up and
not
move
here.
about.
Not here. Probably somewhere near the town,
Mm.
on the gravesite.
Is there anything that wolf hunters do for one of their own before?
Usually you burn the bodies, yeah. Cremation is pretty standard.
Yeah. Cremations. I mean, even here where we felt it, be more apt than the town.
Well, let's bring him back to town and let them know that he died protecting them. Maybe I can give him some kind of a, proper funeral rites, something like that.
I think it's a good idea.
About an hour
I
later,
think-
Rosberg, you come to about an hour after that.
So in between
Yeah.
him coming to and him coming to, if we've discussed taking Vasal's body back with us, I'm gonna make like just want to find some like long tree limbs and get some like the tent material and make like
You'd be able to
carry
make a
them
pretty just basic canvas skiff, just
and start getting up some of these supplies that these guys stole from the townsfolk
Yeah.
and load that back to take back with us.
Yeah, like it's distributed between your packs. It's pretty easy to just like get it all back, and you put together a couple of skiffs. You'll be able to drag them back.
As soon as I'm kind of up, I'll call Torgal over to me.
My friend, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you doing? You're probably suffering a little bit more than I.
Getting better?
Yeah.
Do you need some healing?
Require
healing.
Yeah, yeah, I think I could do so. I can help you in kind.
I guess I'll like kind of reach out my hand to shake your hand, sort of thing. And
Yeah.
I'll cast Cure Light Wounds.
Lazar
D8.
looks down from heaven like,
D8.
motherfucker!
I was already down.
No, no,
I was already down.
Is he looking down from heaven though? Yeah.
Looking up.
We don't know him well. Yeah.
You get
I'm
10 hit points back.
and I'm gonna heal you by 1d6, which ends up at 6.
Oh, alright. Okay. Alright, now we're rolling mix dice. We're healing each other
Yeah, that's
after
what's
the
important.
fight. Okay.
Zoo, where are you at? How is Zoo feeling in all this? These
Uh,
two have come to. At this point, it's been a couple of hours. You would have had a bit of time to process things and looking around. You know, the one guy's down, but the rest of you are still knocking about. How you
Yeah,
feeling?
he probably would have spent quite a bit of time staring at the focus.
Yeah.
Just trying to understand what the fuck happened, basically.
I'm
And he'd be like, guess we won. Stand up and start just probably helping with gathering up the resources for the town.
All right. So
Yes.
as everyone's kind of conscious and come to, you've been able to top each other off a little bit. That sounded way more homoerotic than I
Oh,
meant it
yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
After you're done topping each other,
Yeah.
taking in turns.
2 tops. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
what can I say? Someone's got to get the short end of the penis.
Yeah.
And you put PG-13 on the stream, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, because we all know gay sex is PG-13.
It
It's
is.
not R18.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Okay, so
Not anymore, thank God.
God,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
Especially two
Yeah.
vampires.
come on.
What teenager
It's-
hasn't seen two guys?
Two guys absolutely bumming. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah. In current year.
I tell you who isn't.
Here's
Under
the thing
13
we
year
got.
olds.
Under
Go
13 year olds,
to
exactly.
them.
I remember on my
Is
13th
everything
birthday
there?
when my parents were like,
Without
"Son,
parental
you're a man now,
guidance.
and these are
You
also
ready?
men." And here's the
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Normal. Really normal conversation.
I'll,
I had a great childhood, guys.
As we're sort of like prepping and making our way back, I'll just spend a bit of time with Zoe. Say, you okay there, pal? You look quite shaken off, like I say.
Not used to not knowing where things are going. Let's put it that way. And not going how I expected. Yeah.
I just kind of give you like a side eye.
It's all pretty new to me. I thought this was going to be a fun wee romp. Now it sits on my backside and lets the rest of you do all the work for me, if I was being completely honest.
To
But,
be honest, that's been me for quite a few years now. I've mostly made sure that other people aren't in danger, and especially that I'm not in danger. Not used to shit shows like that, to be honest.
Well, I'm a linguist. I spend most of my time arguing with other people that think they're smarter than me. Try to prove them wrong. It's not really what I expected.
How are you feeling now?
Sick. And tired.
That's understandable.
As you guys begin the not too long, but dragging the town supplies and also the 8 foot tall and very
9
mega
foot
heavy-
something.
9 foot something,
Very tall.
and
Got
still
three of us, right?
more or less well armored body of your friend in passing, shall we say, somebody who for a lot of their life, a lot of their time recently have been used to going along, traveling the roads on their own, dealing with all sorts of things, and now alone in death. It doesn't take you too long, but the weight of consequence makes the time drag. It's just after sundown as you get towards the town. There's just the last little glow in the sky.
So
The town is reasonably lit. The inn, the homes, the manor, all of it is candlelit as you would expect as you guys approach the town. You can see it. The main street is empty. It's quiet, windless, very still, not too hot, not too cool. All things considered, really normal, pleasant evening as you guys make your way towards the Hell Tribune.
So, on the walk from the bandit camp to the town, in the shuffle between like trading, who's like dragging, who's working together, I'm gonna try and steal a moment with him.
Sure.
Stay as private as possible, not
Yeah.
too far off, where we can just get some one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, for the microphone loudly, but quite discreetly.
Sure.
Just
How did you find that, friend?
As an aside,
So that was crazy, wasn't it?
Answer honestly, do we want to do a clear the room on this?
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah,
it'll
I
take
do.
like
I
half
do
an hour,
actually.
but-
All right,
Okay.
yeah, we'll clear the room, but for the two of you. Yeah, let's get that a second then.
Clear the room, but for.
Well, it's not raining. You guys have nothing to complain about.
That's true.
Excuse me.
Except
I-
for pull under a tail.
Except for the guy, except for the guy that's dead. He's gonna say, oh, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I get to say, dude. That's that's the
Oh my god, the
chicken
ghost.
dead privilege part.
Yeah.
But Basal hears everything.
Yeah.
Just
We
me
trust-
in the
we
house.
trust him.
Watch, yeah, again, like looking up
It'll
from at this
probably
point, like
come
the
away.
8th level of hell.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck!
So, mother.
My only experience has been DMing. I always metagame. The whole game is meta.
The whole
Oh,
game.
man.
So, life domain clerics, huh?
Not for these fuckers.
Well, it depends on what they say here, right? Yeah. So, as you all sort of switch duties, you finally managed to orchestrate a moment where they kind of set Torgal being large and reasonably strong enough, pulling one. You've got Rosberg pulling the other, and you've got yourself a moment where Jeremiah is just sort of kind of gone off to the side and is keeping to himself, seems to have lost in his own kinds of thoughts, and the two of you are able to just drop back a little bit behind them.
What the fuck's happening? I thought this was your thing. You said it was good. First the demons, the previous charm, now this.
I'm not
You guys
into-
have left the room. We might need to do this full
Yeah,
volume.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now this.
I don't know. I take out the focus. It's never steered me wrong, and
Did you see the problem occurring in the previous job? Or did you get the same kind of response?
what people don't understand about this. I see all the ways it goes, all the time. I don't know which one was strongest. I don't. And same again for this. And I thought we were good. There we go. And I kind of gestured to Basal.
Still got your back. I hope that thing has mine.
I hope it's got mine, to be honest. Like, you gotta know I tried. I'm not used to. I would have been gone ages ago. As soon as there was trouble.
As soon as you see a shift in the winds, you let me know. I want to go back home. Do you want to go back home?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can go back to there. If that's what you mean. There was a lot of shit that's happened there. And probably not a lot of people who want me.
I want to go back and I want to fix that. What we saw isn't right.
I know.
You know that what we saw, that's dangerous. I don't trust the people that run that city in the first place. And now I think I need to do something.
What are you gonna do? That's
I don't know.
it's fucking.
I just
Talking
can't sit here
demons.
hiding out in the boonies watching people die. Especially with someone who can't even see it happen. You didn't see the previous job, you didn't see this one. I should probably go. You think about what you want to do. Then I walk over.
Okay. Let's get everyone back in. Would you guys like to re-enter the den of danger?
Oh,
Ooh,
protect
chills,
your
boys. It does occur to me that these motherfuckers could just watch the VOD.
That's literally what we just said. We just watched the stream, so.
we gave you time to pause the VOD. Maybe fast forward.
If anyone could just send us the timestamp for the conversation, that'd be great. Let's go to.
So, you all come out towards the town. The low lights of the Hellish Rebuke, Lord's Manor, General Store. The smithy is still lit as well. Merrick's clearly in his home rather than the inn for tonight. What are we up to and where are we going?
Straight to the Lord's Manor.
Let's wrap this up.
With the Saul's
As
body.
you come up to the house and
No, yes.
there is quite a delay. To the point where you're almost going to knock again when he opens the door. He's in the same clothes as when you last saw him. Sort of comes up to the door and he kind of... yes, come inside. Brings you in and sort of brings you down to the seats. And as he's sort of on his way, he turns to you as he reaches the lounge and he sort of...
The job's done.
I can endure it as much. Your tall friend.
So I trust you've seen him on the stretcher.
I see. And there's no medicinal attendings that might...
He died fighting.
Unless you have a cleric in town. Boy, if we had a cleric in town.
It's part of the job. you know.
And how did it go, the job?
It was
How many-
hard.
How many down?
10 bandits dead.
I
Their
see.
wives. They know.
Well,
Do you know Magnus and Galen? Or do you know the surname? Whatever it was.
Wiltshire.
Sure.
Wiltshire.
Wiltshire.
Something.
Yeah, that one. Wiltshire.
I'm watching him to say if he's.
modes of both. I need
It's
to
a
check.
simple question.
I'll give you a simple answer. I need to check. Let me pour everyone a drink.
Is he lying?
Go ahead and make an
Lying
insight
is
check.
now. 20. Dirty 20.
He's not trying to hide anything. He seems on the up and up, certainly.
Oh. Look. I need to check something before I do.
Oh, do you?
I,
Trust your insight.
Ask him now.
let's have it. Let me pour you all a drink. In his honor, for one thing. And I'll be the first to say this was not the job I thought it was.
Obviously.
Not wrong there.
I think an increase in pay is fair, for one thing. And perhaps it has highlighted a danger I had not accounted for. Not an immediate one, but a danger nonetheless, a danger that we are scarce prepared for. I would like to offer that you stay for until the end of the season, until perhaps we can find some folk willing to winter here and beyond, or indeed something. I am willing to provide a small retainer for this time, but I'll see to that drink. Terence, and a quite skinny, looks to be sort of half elf. If he were human, he would look to be in his mid-20s. Comes through and he sort of, we'll have some drinks for a toast. And he sort of looks at, certainly, heads off somewhere towards where you assume to be the larder. Terrence will bring you drinks shortly. I will be with you summarily. Nods at you and sort of gets up. He, as he sort of gets up, there's kind of weariness to the movement as he heads off somewhere deep into the manor. Comes back maybe 10 minutes later. By the time he's back, the gentleman Terrence has sort of come back out and handed you all drinks. Has one for himself and has one in his other hand. As Lord Garrow comes back, he hands him the drink and he sort of just, yes, of course. Yes, Wiltshire, the name rang a bell. The old town records noted a Wiltshire family. This may be the self-same Wiltshire. Unfortunately, as well you know, most of the town burned down in the time of its abandonment. I have no idea what the fate of this Wiltshire was. Why does the name come up exactly? Something to do with these bandits?
Because they were bequeathed the land. Wouldn't happen to be land that you now own by any chance, would it?
Strictly speaking, I have taken on the deed of the estate. It is land that I own. However, the Wiltshire in the records was not a...
Which Wiltshire was it?
B. Wiltshire. Didn't record the name.
Raiden?
Perhaps. But he was a leaseholder, not a landowner. Technically, he had no claim to anything. His name is merely in the records because he paid levies and taxes to the former lord. This was, I might add,
I hand him the
Nearly.
letter. I'll be like, so is this simply counterfeit?
Sort of looks at it and sort of unravels it.
To my eye, no. Not counterfeit as far as I can tell. Perhaps misguided. The estate was abandoned nearly 70 or more years ago. Whatever claim this person thought they had, there was no such claim.
Sort of rolls it up and hands it back to you.
Did you talk to these men?
No, not once.
Is the building still standing on the site?
There are farm lands, more orchard lands, but none in operation. You'll find two southward, both in wildly overgrown and disrepaired states. I've been attempting to sell them to anyone who will take over their ownership on the proviso that they bring them back into working order and operate them as land owners, let me be clear, but Wiltshire, certainly the name is attached to one such orchard, but again, as a leaseholder, not as an owner. I think, and I'm aware that not everyone has access to the same standards of contractual literacy as I do, but whoever wrote this will and testament was mistaken as to what they had to give.
Understandable. So, what is this
Understandable
offer?
indeed.
What is this offer? Why retainer? Why should we stay? Why do you want us?
I would ask that you stay. The selfish answer is because one of you died, and if it hadn't been one of you, however many of us would it have been?
Everyone.
Precisely. I have only recently come into the deed of this town. I would like to recover and restore it, if at all possible. I indeed have a great stake in turning this town's fortunes around.
Why are you so invested in this town?
Because I worked very hard to come into ownership of this deed. Very hard indeed. Harder, I think, than most.
What's your inspiration? What drives you for this place? Any place, or specifically here?
Make a persuasion check.
Yes. Okay. 13.
I know what it means to live on the fringes. You might not believe it so, but I do. And to my mind, this place is a fringe of sorts, but one that could be more. For those used to living in places like this on the fringes. And I know that I have both the willpower and the considerable finances to make this place so. I would ask that you provide me some security in this town's fragile infancy, a fragility that it pains me to confess I had previously been blind to. I would like to say as well, I think it is fair that I compensate you more greatly for your work. I am willing to increase the pay to 50 gold apiece, and I apologize sincerely for no more.
I think it's only fitting that our comrade gets proper recognition as a saviour of this town, proper rights, and if we're going to stay here this long, I don't want to be idle, so more than willing to help out with this rejuvenation method for the town, if only for the well-being of your residents.
On my note to that, the orchard piques me. Like, if we could stay at the orchard, one of the orchards, it gives us room to practice without endangering anyone.
That
with
it does.
fireballs.
If I may interrupt, I would prefer the orchard retains the possibility of being returned to working order. Forgive my
We won't
mercenary
destroy,
nature about this.
the orchard.
What residents do you have in mind for this?
I would be willing to negotiate with Mr. Barnstormer to have your residence be provided at the Hellish Rebuke. Perhaps until such time that a more permanent house could be restored. As you can imagine, in the absence of a woodcutter, we have a lack of timber and lumber, which does make the ongoing restoration of the town somewhat difficult. If you are confident that this issue has been dealt with, I will be posting a job listing, and I will send out some word to contacts I have and see if we can find a suitable work person.
What's the pay?
2 gold a day. An extremely fair rate, I'm sure you'll agree.
And should a problem arise, any bonus?
It depends on the problem.
Fair. But it is discussable.
I'm always willing to discuss. It's only good business.
What happens if no one else shows up by the end of the season?
Then I may be willing to negotiate a wintering if the town is not at a sufficient point to raise a militia.
I would like to sleep on this and also bring my comrades as our way. Are there townsfolk that could assist us in tomorrow with building a fire?
Certainly there would be. I will also let you know the estate's former grave site. It lies somewhere westward, long since overgrown and in disrepair. There is a private burial site attached to this manor that you may use to bury your friend. It seems very reasonable.
Thank you, Lord.
I do have my business to attend to.
Indeed. We could do with a rest.
I actually could.
We'll give you an answer in the morning as we talk amongst ourselves. We don't normally work together, so this can't be an easy decision.
I anxiously await your response then.
Thank you.
Good evening.
As he lifts himself up and sort of gestures towards the door as he leads you out towards the entrance foyer and sees you out.
Are we paid then or later?
Yeah, you have paid them, yeah. As I assume you make your way to the house review?
Yes.
As you come inside, the inn is empty. Maximilian has sort of stood there polishing some bottles. As the door opens, he turns. Well, good evening to the lot of you.
Not quite. I need a cool, dry place to store my friend.
He sort of sees the... Well, all right. We could leave him in the brew house. Would be, I think, the most. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right this way.
Thank you, Max.
As he leads you through the kitchens towards the back end, where there's a very simple brewery that they've built onto the back of this, or at the very least converted into a brewery. Just sort of leads you in there. It's again, it's cool enough. It's like dug just a little bit down below the ground, and yeah, with the sort of the liquid, all the large tanks and everything.
Cool. With my -1 strength modifier, I'm going to try my best to carefully shuffle this giant's body.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's a little bit of a group effort.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Awesome.
And not meaning any rudeness, but will you be attending to the body summarily?
Sorry, party.
In the motto,
Body.
we're looking to give him his final rites. Yes.
Yes, splendid. Well, I'll see to it you can. I'll see to it that nothing bad happens to him by then.
That will be.
Let's have a drink.
Please, Max.
I think it's much needed.
Certainly. As he
This
comes,
giant saved your little place, by the way.
as he comes out towards the bar, and he says, "Oh, I don't doubt it." Pulls a number of slightly nicer tumblers and the bottle of what you had been drinking a few nights ago. Just sort of pours one for everyone. Sort of slides it out across to all of you. Sort of lays it down on a table, puts one down for himself. To
To the saw.
to the Sal, to whom we all owe our continued survival and good health.
Yeah.
It's, as far as you can tell, it's almost a distillate of mead. Weird tasting drink, and those of you who are maybe a little bit like, this is maybe something you would potentially know. Not easy to like get right. A lot of things can go wrong. It's a very finicky kind of thing, and very climate specific as well. Either this guy paid top fucking dollar to bring it in, or has somehow made it in-house. Both are equally impressive. As you sort of take a drink and you sort of, well then, not to make light of a situation, but did a good story at least come of it. Sometimes that's the best way to honor the fallen fellows.
I'll say my people will be proud of me.
It was quite harrowing, but I would like for it to be a story that this town tells quite a lot.
Aye.
I can certainly see to that.
Are you the town's bard then too? Or
More like a
close
town
to?
gossip, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself.
Of course.
Well, town gossip. What do you honestly think of this place?
Honestly, it's the safest I've felt in a good long while, and that's really saying something. Now, part of me is maybe speaking on behalf of my business partner here. But this town is it's a chance.
Sounds like it's something worth protecting.
I sip the drink we're having. It's got potential.
That it sure does.
Did you make this?
I did, in fact.
Very impressive.
Much obliged. I did a little bit of brewing and distilling on the side in a past life, shall we say. And well, I'm glad I can maybe make a new life out of it.
How are you with ciders?
Well, I'll tell you what, if I could get fresh produce from those you see the orchards south of town.
Heard about them.
There might be one on the way.
Well, they're not in any kind of shape to be producing apples and pears, to say the least, but come the day that they are, tell you what, I'll be buying up stock like you wouldn't believe. Reverence back there makes a fine apple pie.
Well,
A dream for the winner, perhaps.
who knows?
So is his business partner Lord? What's it?
The business partner is as far
Oh,
as
it's
you
the
can
other
tell, it's the other
tiefling,
tiefling Reverence who seems to work the kitchens.
Hello.
And reverence.
I'm gonna turn to the others after he says that, and I'm just gonna say, you know what? If we are to end up staying here for a while, like I mentioned, I don't like idle hands. I think we could use this time a lot better to make life better for the people of this place. Maybe one good way to start would be turning around the orchards. I think the town could do nothing but prosper from having some place that it can grow proper produce.
So DM, question. When he offers employment for a season, how long is that?
The implication is that it is until the end of the summer, which at this point is about 3 weeks out. Given that the summer is like kind of like peak season for adventurers, he's basically paying this banking that if you guys don't want to stay, maybe someone else will come by in the autumn who's looking to find somewhere that they can winter.
Sure.
So he's looking to hire us and then hopefully get us to winter here.
He's looking to hire you till at least the start of autumn.
Okay.
Is the terms that he's laid out currently.
Okay. So 3 weeks.
I don't know about the orchard. I think
By this point, by the way, Maximilian has sort of let you know that he'll see to meals and just gone up and sort of he's back off to the kitchen by now, so you can speak freely. Cool.
I think this town definitely needs protecting.
I agree.
I mean, most of us at least can handle ourselves and have some tricks up our sleeves, and we still suffered.
I think there's a lot of work that needs to go into this place, and I think protecting for one, but also maybe helping upskill, give them some knowledge, help teach them things they don't really know.
It's true.
Prepare them for the future, you know, not just the immediate danger.
Teach a man and all that.
That's right.
They ain't ever gonna attract anyone new if they ain't nothing after all.
True. I honestly delay for about 3 weeks, maybe more.
I still have no idea why the fuck I'm here to begin with. I was told that I was supposed to be here to... There'd be something to do with runes, and I honestly thought it was a dig site, but the moment I got here, it seemed pretty obvious that wasn't. So
Are we supposed to contact somebody?
I was told to be here, and then to wait, so... I'm probably going to be here waiting until I find out what's going to happen anyway, so... 3 weeks, paid, room and board, meals, sounds pretty good to me.
I know you're in. You're in. What about you?
next move.
They got a town forge and he doesn't look great, so may as well teach him some tips.
I like it. I'll find something to do. I think Saul would have been one of the only people who would have entertained me in this place. But I'll find something.
After a wee while, Maximilian comes out with, again, it's pretty basic fare, but very tasty. It's just some kind of stew, but seasoned immaculately. You can definitely taste fresh herbs in there, as it sort of lays it out in front of a lot of you. I'll say tonight is on the house. Let's not talk business until the morning. And I'll keep those glasses might topped up.
It's much appreciated.
It's very kind.
Oh, appreciation is in kind. Bandit problem. Nice to have no problem.
Aye, it is.
Well, I'll leave you fine folk to it. As he starts walking towards the bodies of Tanjani. Really wish I could have some kind of live music in here, don't you think?
That'd be nice.
I mean,
It's never bad.
It definitely changed the atmosphere. I mean, you got the drink, you got the food. Do yourself a favor.
Maybe I ought to put up some kind of post on the notice board. Haven't really thought that far ahead.
I mean,
I'm
I
sorry.
do play the flute, and I will be here for a while.
You're a flautist. Well,
I'm not great, but I can hold a tune.
I'd be mighty impressed to hear that sometime.
Can't do.
Well, I'll leave you to your evening, and your evening. Enjoy your stew.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this drink. You reckon we can sell it?
Oh, easy. Got connections back home. Move this for a good piece.
Well, if we do decide to stay for a while, maybe to pass my days, I might try and help him brew more when we're not needed in protection capacity.
Yeah, I don't mind chilling here for a little while. I'm in. Hell.
I've got nowhere else to go. Gotta be, so may as well be here.
Sounds good to me as well.
Great, we're all in then. Perfect.
You guys take an evening of finishing emails and having a few drinks. Every
I
so
start
often,
jabbing him as I get a little bit more sauce on being shit at combat.
every so often, as Maximilian comes over to tend you drinks, he sort of just drops in little pieces of levity here and there. Almost just an infectious mood more than anything else. As much as you don't want to let go of the sobriety that comes with mourning the dead, at the same time, he makes you feel. He makes it feel like it's okay to feel okay. It's a very welcome reprieve, to say the least. You guys will make your way up to your rooms eventually and sleep tight. Next morning, I assume you meet with Garrow and let him know your intention to stay. He accepts your terms, heads down with you to the inn to negotiate with Maximilian, sees to it that at least until the end of the season your rooms are covered. They have a little bit of a hushed conversation off to the side, which you're not fully privy to, but both seem pleased and amicable with the turnout, and sets to a normal day. Another evening passes by idly with nothing in particular, and very early the next morning. When I say early, I'm meaning not too far past midnight.
You are all awoken by knocks at your doors. As you all come out into the corridor, Maximilian is looking at you all. We've got ourselves a bit of a problem down at the brew house. And just sort of starts like hurrying down the stairs. He is clearly trying to be quiet. As he comes down towards the brew house, comes towards the door and goes, I've locked them in there.
Locked who?
Some kind of hulking thing, beast. I couldn't see it very well in the dark. I think it's the smell of your friend may have attracted them.
You did burn the saw, right?
You did yesterday. I'll let you. Sort of like tentatively unlocks the door, and you can see inside the brew house and sort of cool, damp evening air of it all. You can hear this sort of like kind of low, guttural, kind of croaking sound, and you can see a large shape moving through the dark, and that's where we'll end for the week.
So we didn't get a long rest.
No, you did. No, you've had
Oh,
a couple of hours. Yeah.
Okay.
You have also in that time reached level 4.
Okay, sweet.
Did anyone take the belongings off the cell?
Yes.
I was about to say that, like, the swords and stuff like that. Like, imagine we'd probably, like, get them to put them somewhere in a state of prestige, unless the order.
I was going to say, I would have assumed.
So okay, so
Yeah.
we slept, and then there was the next day, and then this is the
Yeah,
next
so
night. This happened.
claimed it was
I missed that.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
So he had 10 gold on his person.
Cool.
Yeah, and like his armor and weapons, strictly speaking, would have belonged to the quartermaster of the order.
Yeah.
Or the guild rather. So yeah.
Cool. That day, you guys probably would have seen me like take one of the Saul swords and like barely be able to use it, but like still trying to like keep the form that he uses with the katana.
What languages do you understand?
I understand primordial, infernal, and
Okay, so you wouldn't have been able to read the runes on the blade at the base?
I speak giant.
You would?
I would.
Oh,
I'd show them
I assume
What
that was
does it say?
giant. Yeah.
One has the single rune for the word Bane, that's on the one with the silver edges. And the other one is the rune for Kimpe, which is the giant word for giant.
And I would have shared them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are these swords? Hold on.
One's silver and one's just a standard.
I think they're just normal long swords,
They're
right?
just big.
Big
Yeah,
ones.
just 2 large long swords. Yeah, one is normal metal, one is silvered. Yeah. With that, we'll ease it off for the week. Yeah, if we want to idly chatter about what the hell just went down, then you're more than welcome to.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Alright,
Lads.
so deadly.
Yeah. I think it's time to take us out. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I think we are looking to put this up in 2 parts as well on YouTube, based purely on the length alone.
Yes.
Aside from that, we'll be back live once again on, I assume, what's our twitch.tv address?
Dice Baby.
Dice Baby! It's all there in the name. Thanks very much. We'll be back next week. See you later.
Bye.